Hello there, good morning. You're watching Camnet TV, not just another channel. My name is Precious Mzea Sakaleji and welcome to the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show. Yeah, I'm in red because it's a month of love. February, the month of love. Happy new month to you. I haven't seen you this month. This is the first time we're actually getting to talk this month. It's a month of love, and yes, we are counting down to Valentine's Day, which is going to be on a Sunday. So go to church with your partner. If you've never gone to church together, I think it's the best time you can actually go to church with your partner, because Valentine's Day falls on a Sunday this month, which is the 14th of February 2021. Well, welcome once again. Today's topic is quite very emotional and very sensitive, considering the fact that we've had high cases of divorce in Zambia. So you can come through and tell us, what do you think is the main cause of high divorce cases in Zambia? You can come through via our Facebook fan page, or you can call us on the numbers scrolling on the screen. Yes, you can catch us live on Facebook as well. That's Camnet TV on Facebook. And also you can follow us on Instagram. That's Camnet TV Africa. Now, yes, of course, like I mentioned earlier, our topic of discussion is quite very sensitive. We would love to hear your views and contributions. That's on the numbers scrolling on your screen. What do you think is the cause of high divorce cases in Zambia? And yes, I have a fully packed show for you, just like any other show. I have different guests coming through to share their experience, how their life has been, and also what they're doing to make sure that they survive amidst COVID-19 in their careers. Now, like any other show, we get to have the morning boost, make sure that our masses are stretched, trying to get ready for the weekend, making sure that your immune is boosted and you get to have the energy. So I'm right here to share the positive vibes with you. Now let's quickly get into our morning boost, our morning exercise for today, all the way from Pastor Isaac, and then I'll join you, or will join me on the other side with the conversation. Good morning and thank you for joining me.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Boost. I'm sure you've been following our programs and not just watching, but also trying to exercise. So welcome, and today we're going to be working on the abs. All right, let's go. Warm up. Let's go. Same jumping jacks. Instead of going all the way up, this time here we go. That's your warm-up today. Go. All right. So that's a 1 minute warm up. Let's do some abs workout now. Okay. As you can see, I came with a bottle of water. We're going to do some Russian twists. There you go. Get a bottle, put it down there. If you have a dumbbell, good for you. I'm going to sit here, working on the abs. Lean back a bit. There you go. 1. 7. 10. Okay. Go to the second one. We're going to come back to this one. Here we go. Lie down. That was 10. I'm going to do another 10. Let's go. That's 10. Bring back the bottle. Let's go 10. 8, and 9, 10. Go down. Let's go 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's the set, which is 40. If you want after that, you can take a break. Let's do another one now. Still on the abs. Okay. I'm gonna be now sliding on the side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 15-second break. Then you go back to the workout again. Another 10. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many? 8, 9, 10 for those that are watching on Facebook. So that's 20. Here we go now. Elbow to knee crunches. And then we start doing it. Okay. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So you've done your abs workout for today. And we do that again. And it's going to work out fantastic for you. Let's cool down. I only have seconds to my 5 minutes now. And very soon I'll be signing out. So that's how you do your abs workout. We did 3, if you noticed. So let's go march and start cooling down. March, march, march. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I've enjoyed my session with you. Looking forward to train with you again. Let's go.
Welcome back. You're still watching the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show on not just another channel, Camnet TV, with me, Precious Mzea Sakaleji. And yes, our topic of discussion for today is, what do you think is the cause of high divorce cases in Zambia? You can come through with the numbers scrolling on your screen, and also you can comment on our Facebook platform. Now, this past week has been a week full of so many surprises. Like, there's so many things that have happened in the course of 7 days per se. Like, it's only February and we already have things to look back to from the time we began the 2021 year. Now, let's quickly get into the stories that made headlines. Now, getting into the headlines, the Zambia board dissolved due to incompetence charge health minister. And also ECZ to commence online voter verification this Sunday. And also Father Lupupa apologizes to the nation over the election rigging statement. Now, you know, if you've heard these headlines, there's a whole lot of things that have been happening, especially on social media. If you didn't hear the news, I'm sure you came across these headlines on social media, if you're a social media person. But quickly getting into the ECZ, knowing that we are counting down to August, where we're going to have our general election. So if you didn't do your voter registration exercise, unfortunately, you will not be voting this year. Okay. We sang about it on the Breakfast Show, on these other platforms as well, that you should get your voter's card. Now, the verification process is starting effective this Sunday, so we'll get more details on how that's going to happen. And also not forgetting the fact that if there is somewhere, this is just a reminder to everybody that managed to get their voter's card, okay? If you don't move around with your voter's card, which is a bad idea, moving around with your voter's card is a bad idea in your wallet, in your purse, in your handbag, in your laptop bag, in that document folder, and or the best you can do is just put it somewhere in the house where you keep your important document or your vital documents. Okay, so if you had put it somewhere from the time that you got it, I am asking you right now to just go and check if it's there, so that you don't get to have issues when it's August and you're told to go and vote and then you can't find your voter's card. The stress Okay, we don't want you to be depressed because you can't find your voter's card. So right now, while we're waiting for Electoral Commission of Zambia to tell us on how we can verify our voter registration online, I'm just asking you to verify that it's still where you had put it. I checked mine yesterday and it's still there. So you can do the same as well, giving you time to do so. So now getting into the details of the Electoral Commission of Zambia. The Electoral Commission of Zambia has launched the inspection of the provisional register of the voters to commence on Sunday. Okay, now ECZ Chief Electoral Officer Patrick Shindano has told a media briefing that they have devised the electronic means of the verification of the voter details on the provisional register in the wake of the COVID-19. So let's take a look at this clip and then we'll be back on the other side.
During the COVID-19 era, the use of technological innovations has become more vital than ever before, and the Electoral Commission of Zambia wants to be counted when it comes to the utilization of ICT facilities. The ECZ has since launched the inspection of the provisional register to commence on Sunday. The electronic-based inspection of the register will involve the use of the website platform and phone USSD code. By dialing *214#. You will be able to check if your details are correct or not. For those whose details are not correct, the actual correction will be made during the physical inspections. ECZ Chief Electoral Officer Patrick Shindano Friday told a media briefing that they have devised the electronic means of verification of voter details on the provisional register in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic.
In this period, we'll be offering other services such as the replacement of lost or damaged voters' cards, transfers for those who would like to change their polling stations, and removal of deceased voters from the register. There is a huge possibility that those that registered during this period of time could have a few people that have left us, so this will also be a time for us to remove them. The Commission will also receive any objections and appeals during the same period.
Mr. Shindano adds that the Commission will later on, from the 29th of March 2021, conduct the physical inspection of the provisional register.
Registered voters are encouraged to verify the accuracy of their details. If one finds that some of their details are not correct, they will have to wait for the physical inspection of the register of voters to correct the details in person, because you have to go and have your card replaced. So you have to go for that physical inspection exercise. On the other hand, if you find that your details are correct, you need not go for physical inspection. So we have very few people, hopefully there are very few that have issues in the register. So we have very few people that are going to go for the actual physical inspection. So we encourage all of you to do that. This service will be available starting this Sunday, 7th of February, and will run up to 7th of May. Up to 7th of May.
Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.
Welcome back. So there you have it. If there were any errors while you're registering as a voter, I think that can be done during that process. So we get to wait on Sunday. Now, getting into our other story, Minister of Health Jonas Chanda has with immediate effect dissolved the board of directors at the Zambia Medicine Regulatory Agency, ZAMRA, due to what he terms as incompetence. Now, addressing the media Friday, Dr. Chanda has also effected changes in the health sector by abolishing 10 directors. This means that the ministry will now have 7 directors from 17. Wow. Now, the minister says the measures are aimed at restoring confidence in the health sector. It's true, we actually lost it. So let's take a look at this clip and then we'll continue the conversation.
The recent happenings in the health sector has left many puzzled, and one wonders when action will be taken against those involved in putting the lives of innocent Zambians at risk. While public confidence has been dampened at the health ministry, restoring it will mean more than the recent recalls of the defective medicines, considering that human beings have already consumed the said products. However, Minister of Health Dr. Jonas Chanda has taken into action and has with immediate effect dissolved the board of the Zambian Medicine Regulatory Agency due to the recent happenings which he said could have been avoided.
The mandate of the Zambia Medicines Regulatory Authority is regulating medicines for public and animal health protection. However, the Zambia Medicines Regulatory Authority, ZAMRA, has not performed in line with its mandate and to the expectation of the people of Zambia, government, and our stakeholders. This is arising from the recent happenings at the institution, hinging on medicines and supplies quality issues and other governance matters. These happenings are unacceptable, could have been avoided, and cannot be condoned. In line with Section 7.1 of the Medicines and Allied Substances Act No. 3 of 2013, I have today removed all board members from the Zambia Medicines Regulatory Authority Board, and I will be appointing new board members in due course.
The Health Minister has, among other things, stripped the Ministry of Health with the procurement functions.
The transitioning from medical stores to ZAMSA now means that procurement functions will no longer be at the Ministry of Health, at Indeke House. These functions are now moving to ZAMSA. In addition, operationalization of ZAMSA is expected to ensure timely availability of medicines and medical supplies in public health facilities, enabled through the establishment of a Medicines and Medical Supplies Fund to support the procurement of medicines and medical supplies for public health facilities. I urge all cooperating partners who I met yesterday and other stakeholders to support this fund.
The minister has also assured that he will consult the way forward with the procurement and supply contract of honeybee.
The matters to do with issuing or revoking licenses of pharmaceutical suppliers, such as honeybee and others, lies with ZAMRA. That is the mandate of ZAMRA. They issue licenses or they revoke licenses. My ministry will consult the Attorney General regarding the way forward on this contract, and the nation will be informed in due course. I will not comment much on this issue as it is before Parliament, and parliamentary procedure dictates that the Public Accounts Committee, which has finished interrogating this matter, will present the report in Parliament very soon, to which the Executive, through the Minister of Health, will officially respond to.
The health sector is also being aligned to make it more responsive and fit for the purpose of driving the transformational agenda towards the universal health coverage.
I urge all leaders at various levels of our health sector to operate under these tenets, as there will be no sacred cows. In short, those who are in the health sector and are working against the mandate of the health sector will make sure that we will fish you out. No one will be protected. There will be no sacred cows, because we have a mandate to save the Zambian people and not to harm them. I urge Zambians and stakeholders to trust us as we embark on a reforming path.
Dr. Jonas Chanda has since sent a strong warning to healthy professionals to ensure sanity is restored in the health sector. Prudence Chota for Camnet TV News.
Well, there you have it. Now, from 17 directors to 7 directors. Now, I'm just trying to figure out, like, 17, all those, for what? But anyways, in case you don't understand what's going on and what that story was about, let me just highlight you more. Some time back, ZAMRA was being questioned by the Public Accounts Committee on the honeybee situation. We had defective testers, medicines, contraceptives, which had actually put a lot of Zambian lives in danger. Now, I'm just not speaking for myself. I'm speaking as a Zambian citizen. I personally just lost trust in the Ministry of Health, considering the fact that whenever you have a headache, the people you run to are doctors, nurses, and these hospitals and clinics, and then only to hear that you had defective medicine. Just imagine how that would make you feel. And then on social media, there were actually other medicines that were discovered to be expired, all those things happening here and there. But I'm just glad that Dr. Chanda has actually taken that step. Hope that we are going to entrust the Ministry of Health with our lives again. Now, getting into our next story that made headlines. Lusaka Central Member of Parliament, Margaret Mwanakatwe, had handed over a borehole with a tank to residents of Bauleni compound in Mulundu area. Now, speaking when she handed over the project, Ms. Mwanakatwe says government has placed on top of its agenda the provision of water as enriched under government's national plans, and that if the ministry in charge of, Ministry in charge of water. She notes that her office does not want to see its people suffer due to lack of such a life-saving commodity as water, hence coming to their aid. And also some residents were excited that that came through. Let's take a look at this clip.
Very pleased today to be here to commission this tank. It's a 5,000 litre tank and it's 1,000 meters deep. We've got another borehole that side which is 55 meters, and we're going to be having to put another tank there. This area has not had water for a while, so the people here are needing water. Like the Vice Chairman said, water is life. That's why I'm happy to be here in the area called Mulundu to make sure that we have a tank with water. What is remaining is about 20 taps, which will allow the people to be able to draw water from here, and also 20 taps from there. This area is also needing a police post, because sometimes we have characters that come in through here and then go and disturb the people of Bauleni by stealing in the main. So we're going to be putting a police post here. We'll put the water, and yes, that bridge which needs to be done. I've heard the cry from the people that you would like the tarmac back, because in coming through this side, this really cuts back a lot of the time. As it is now, we're having to come round to come here, but we want this road done. Social distance?
Social distance. Just continuing doing the job in this community. She started a long time ago, and she has brought a tank here for water. As you know, that water is life for each and everyone. We need all Baulens to have water. Water to wash, water to drink, water to bath.
Water is life.
And another tank is coming opposite Zaf, near the Waffles Zaf. Is another tank of already sunk it.
Isetayamekira takala time ya itali kuno kumulundu tifika damanzi. So taona kuti mukazi nofunikira. Chifukwa mukazi amangana pa problem yamene ipita mu bakazi. Sima gona mu nyumba chifukwa cha manzi. So tamene mwachita isesa chipitika kambe kulimwe. Koma mulungu azakupasani mpavu tukasebenze mwamene mwasebenzera kuno nakwinangu. Takuya mikilani kopambana.
We want to assure you as youths that Tizangala bantu very peaceful following vanemuna chipunzisa. We are a very peaceful mother. Tizangala bantu very violent even when it comes to election. So as people on behalf of my Bauleni youths, na ife tionga ziko mamaningi makolo watu wose kunyumba mwana kulimvula sembe bantu taboya titiba tilifulu hapa. But we thank you very much, Honorable very much Stira.
You are still on the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show on not just another channel, Camnet TV, with me, Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Just to remind you on the topic of discussion today is, what do you think is the main cause of high divorce cases in Zambia? And the number that you're catching me on is 0968 675273, 0968 675273. Now, getting into our final story for today, Catholic priest Father Laston Lupupa had unreservedly apologized to Zambians for a statement he made suggesting that it is better to rig elections than to allow some people to govern. Now, this follows a wide condemnation from some people who took to social and mainstream media to express their displeasure after he issues those remarks in a sermon. But in a short video clip that had been posted on his Facebook page, Father Lupupa said he was sorry for making such a statement as a servant of God.
Chawama twachitariga ama elections. Huku chira bambi bakateke. Quote me. Nine Father Laston, Robert Lupupa SJ. Defo kulomba obwelelo kuli mwebe kalachalo, mwebe na Zambia. Makamaka mweba umfuile ya shipa social media. Okutila ine nalandile kukanwa kandi amashu ya kuchitarigi ama results ya ma elections mukwa indelo mbobwelelo pantu pamunga shima pipo amashu ya msangoyu tafilo kufumakana kandi makamaka kuli aba mulukutalwa chikatolika kokona eminine kuntanshi kubila mbila nsuma ya kwa Kristo panuma ya kulanshanya na bakalamba bachilonganino na pelo ensambu ya kutila ingalanda kuli baimwe bonse mwe bachenenwe makamaka okuchilapo.
Well, there you have it. Those were stories that made headlines yesterday or during the course of the week. Now, personally, I forgive Father Lupupa. Human is to err and we all make mistakes. I feel that all Zambian citizens should do the same. Yeah, we shall not judge. And getting back to your topic of discussion, what do you think is the main cause of high divorce cases in Zambia, considering the fact that the divorce case numbers have actually gone high in Zambia, considering the past few years? Now let's take a short break and we start with our first guest for today. Get into the conversation. Don't forget you can call me on 0968675273, 0968675273. Let's take a quick short break and then we'll be back and continue with the conversation on the other side. Good morning.
2021 is finally here. Zambia is at the crossroads heading towards general elections this August. In the world where fake news, biased reporting on national issues has become the order of the day, in a world where social media in most cases spills lies and exaggerated information, insightful coverage, Zambia needs one media. Living in a country where people are slowly promoting tribalism, hatred, bitterness and revenge, political temperature is heating up and people's hearts are perplexed. Zambia needs one media. Zambia being a Christian nation living under the lordship of Jesus Christ, the nation cannot afford a compromised gospel. Zambia needs a prophetic media house. For hope, peace and unity, Zambia needs Camnet television. For non-biased, factual reporting, balanced opinion, accurate news coverage, Zambia needs Camnet television. For national projects and development of our beloved country Zambia, watch Camnet TV on channel 274 DSTV, channel 98 on GoTV and channel 106 on Topstar. Remember, Camnet TV is not just another channel.
They were not there when God created you.
welcome back. You're still watching Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show on not just another channel, Camnet TV, with me, Precious. On the other side, I'm joined in by Josiah. He's actually a famous social media comedian. I'm sure some of you have seen his videos, and they're very, very relatable. Very, very, very relatable. Like where your moms just tell you to do things and you don't want, and then you just get to have those slaps. Yeah, here is the guy on set. I wish I had the, like, people in short, total Josiah! Manje, coronavirus, hi, how are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
I'm alright, thank you. This is your first media appearance.
Yes.
TV to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
Manta, filha. Albert, I got it.
You got it, eh?
Yeah.
You got it. So tell us, who's Josiah? You got full names, first of all. Josiah.
My name is Josiah Hatwiko. Hatwiko. Yes.
Tonga, of course.
Yeah,
just with
Tonga by tribe.
Muniwutiwasa.
Tuliga was just way.
Mwadia?
Mwadia, you turned anyway.
So tell us, who's Josiah? For those that don't know you.
Josiah's is okay. There's Josiah's Kamanomo and Josiah's Hatwiko.
Let's do Josiah's Kamanomo, your comedy character.
So Josiah's Kamanomo is an upcoming comedian. Yeah, who just loves to be comic, to be funny. I just love laughter. You know, to make people laugh. Yeah, that's Josiah's Kamanomo.
Okay, when did you discover that comedy is what makes you considering the fact that you've said you love to hear laughter or see laughter? What made you discover that? How did you discover that, in short?
Okay, so it was I discovered that comic is in me at church. Okay. Yeah, I was an interpreter. Yeah, so this guy is preaching up, filia. So about things I di kuru.
So I can go each time.
So so like everyone was laughing. That's why. Okay, when okay, I think I can do it. So from that time, okay, let me just try it. Yeah, but the comedy, and then much So that's how I got to
So how is the response from the public from the time that you started?
Response is it's very good because I 1 year, but I think when it's 1 year, in the world.
In the world. Hey, guys. So for those of you that don't know who this guy is, let's take a look at this clip and then we continue with the conversation with him on the other side.
Mami, nanga dressing ya ere. Kuti vest mkati mwa dress. Nakali long sleeve. Mami, nachitaba. Nanga jero. Mae kim temweka. Right, just isa peni. Ai mama mkia pisa pesa peni ai. Juwe muba isa. Ya so. Bana kuepi. So kasa. So nice. Emi, mae. Otaka pesa yaka so. Makwan.
So tikambovara mabra tambovara vitenge nitambolingana kama namulia panyumba pale kanga ngano desani pale panyumba pale namuna bako mimi nakula pakuja ana nyumba ndio simuzaji kama ngana nyumba kama simuzaji ngana nyumba ngana nyumba kama ngana nyumba Muzapastinga. Na info ainda.
So there you have it. That's Josiah Kamanomo. Check it out on Facebook. There's so many videos out there. And honestly speaking, from my point of view, I relate. The slaps from my mom, I can actually feel them right now. So now, Josiah, let's get into now you as in Josiah, away from the character.
Okay.
Are those your sisters, the one you do the comedy
Yeah, those are my sisters. The second borns.
They're twins?
Yeah, they're twins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wish I could actually have them on set, but due to COVID, yeah.
Yeah.
How is the support from your parents?
They are very much supportive. They are very much.
Was that your mom's dress?
Yeah, that was mom's, but now it's mine. I bought it.
It's actually a signature. Like when I see that dress on social media, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, it was mom's, but now it's mine.
Okay, so now what are your plans as an upcoming comedian? Like, where do you see yourself, let's say, 3 years from now?
3 years from now. Because, okay, I just want to work, put in my effort. And by God's grace,
we'll get to where you're supposed to be. Okay, so now for those that would like to get interactive with you away from the comedy, what else do you do?
I'm a model.
Oh, that's why you're tall.
Yeah. I'm a model, and I did Mr. and Miss Independence last year, and I came out number 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Second run-up.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, so now for those that would love to get interactive with you, your social media platforms, if you're able to share your contacts, your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, what are the handles?
So on Instagram, it's Josiah Kamanomo. On TikTok, Josiah Kamanomo. YouTube, Josiah Kamanomo. Facebook, Josiah Kamanomo. So it's everywhere. It's Josiah Kamanomo. Yes.
Contact details, none?
My numbers, I only have one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 0973 708659.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you have it. We're having a conversation with Josiah Kamanomo. I'm a big fan. I'm just trying to compose myself right now. You should check out his videos on social media, Josiah Kamanomo, and then you will get to understand what I am talking about. So we're just having a conversation. He is an upcoming comedian. So if you can just support his work, and let's make sure that our comedians actually grow in their career. Now there you have it. We'll have to get on a short break, and then I'll be joined by Luyando Hamwendo, who will be just talking about mental health, how emotional abuse actually affects your mental health. Join me on the other side.
2021 is finally here. Zambia is at the crossroads heading towards general elections this August. In the world where fake news, biased reporting on national issues has become the order of the day, in a world where social media in most cases spills lies and exaggerated information, insightful coverage, Zambia needs one media. Living in a country where people are slowly promoting tribalism, hatred, bitterness and revenge, political temperature is heating up and people's hearts are perplexed. Zambia needs one media. Zambia being a Christian nation living under the lordship of Jesus Christ, the nation cannot afford a compromised gospel. Zambia needs a prophetic media house. For hope, peace and unity, Zambia needs Camnet television. For non-biased, factual reporting, balanced opinion, accurate news coverage, Zambia needs Camnet television. For national projects and development of our beloved country Zambia, watch Camnet TV on channel 274 DSTV, channel 98 on Go TV, and channel 106 on Topstar. Remember, Camnet TV is not just another channel.
This is Camnet TV World News. For a prompt response, call +2609 53 995 099 or +2609 62 444 726 or +2609 711 77467. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
Welcome back. You're still watching Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show on Camnet TV, not just another channel. Remember, you can actually get interactive on 0968 675273, 0968 675273. Joining me is Luyando Hamondo, and we'll just be talking about how emotional abuse actually contributes to your mental health. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine.
You look very smart. Are we attending a wedding today?
No, going to church.
You're going to church?
Yes.
Oh, you should pray for me one day. I'll be waking.
I will.
So let's quickly get into it. How does emotional abuse affect your mental health? Considering the fact that we are looking at our topic of discussion, which is high divorce cases, and we would actually consider emotional abuse as part of the causes to that.
Okay, so probably abuse of any sort could be sexual, psychological, sometimes there's also financial abuse, and verbal abuse leads to some psychological changes, not only to the person experiencing the abuse, but also to the people watching the abuse, could be the children as well. And it might lead to something called trauma. So trauma is an experience that you have after experiencing something that is injurious, could be physical, also emotional. So it's been shown in research that women who've been abused are more likely to have mental health problems. These problems range from depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, and things such as self-injury. Then not only that, but children as well, because when you talk about things such as post-traumatic stress disorder, you don't need to experience a traumatic event, but it could be that you witnessed a traumatic event. So these children also who might watch or who are watching their mother being abused or their father being abused can actually end up having these problems that we've talked about. Yeah, so it's something that's very serious. Not only that, but it's been shown. Most of the times you sit in clinical assessments with people, and you ask them when they started experiencing this, or probably what led to this, and you find a guy who's 25 talking about the time that he was 5 when the parents divorced. So divorce cases actually have an impact not only on the two people divorcing, but also on their children.
So how do you think that can be handled? Because most of the people that have had traumatic events, they get to behave in a certain way, they get to talk in a certain way, others get to develop a certain fear in certain things because of what had happened to them in the past. How do you think one can handle such?
Okay, the very first thing is probably to understand, say, abuse is not your fault. So a lot of people will not want to come out in the open and say they're being abused simply because they feel this guilt, embarrassment, and shame. So the very first thing is to understand, to say when you've been abused, it's not your fault. Then try to seek out, to seek for professional help. There's also what we call restricted reporting. So with restricted reporting, you can report a case, but the case won't be reported to the police. But if you want the case to be reported to the police, obviously we have what we call unrestricted reporting. You get the medical and the professional help that you need, then the case also be reported to the police. So it's not always that when you report to someone, or when you report or you confide in someone, they'll report the case to the police. So if you're scared of that, it's better you just come for professional help, and none of that will be let into the public domain.
Okay, now being someone that deals with mental health, have you ever had situations where somebody was just brought in by other people, but they're in denial that they've actually been through emotional abuse?
Not only that, during my general practice days, you would have women who will come with injuries. But then when you try to probe further, because they'll tell you to say they fell or something, but yes, but you do a physical examination, you find that these are injuries that might have been inflicted by someone. So you tell them, because obviously we have this rule, before you attend to an assault case, it needs to be reported to the police. So you talk to this woman and you tell her to go and get a police report rather, and that will be the last time you'll be seeing her.
Are you serious?
Yes. So obviously with our mothers, because we know that in our society, our fathers are the breadwinners, so they're scared to say, okay, if I report this man, obviously he'll stop taking care of me, he'll stop taking care of my children. So it's not something that you not only see in mental health facilities, but also in general facilities. You tend to see this a lot. So there are a lot of people who are in denial, especially mothers, because of the fear, the shame and the guilt that comes with abuse.
How do you deal with that? How do you manage to get the information out to them? Apart from those that actually don't come back after you tell them to get a police report, especially where gender-based violence is involved. But for those that actually do come back and don't want to really open up, but want the thing to be sorted out, how do you manage such? Because I know some don't tell the full story.
Yes.
There are others that would actually lie. Let's say I hit myself, get the police reports, but when they come back with the full information, they leave out some details. How do you manage to get the full information? Okay,
so obviously what you want to do with these people is that you want to give them psychological support. And with psychological support, you have to create a rapport. It's not something that will happen overnight, so you need to be very patient as a professional to say, they will tell you everything, but it won't be after a week or so. You need to get to a point where they can fully trust you and confide in you. So you can finally get everything, but it's not something that will happen over a short span of time, so you have to be very patient with them.
Patient pays, eh?
Yes.
But anyway, before we let you go, considering the fact that you're going to church, what is your advice to that young man, that young lady that has been abused, either from family relationship or these other places, that don't want to come out because they're scared of how they might be welcomed? Okay, so you can obviously just come through, try to confide in someone. Then I've talked about restricted reporting. Yes. So when you come through, it's not that we'll report these people to the police. Then you need to understand, say, though you're feeling this shame and guilt and probably embarrassment, you have nothing to do with the abuse. It's not obviously because of the way you look or the way you've acted. It's because of the abuser. Then probably one thing we should understand as men is that these things that we do to women will have an impact on the children they're raising for us. So it's not just something that we're not only abusing the women, but also the children. Then for those who are dating, because sometimes these things start when you're dating. Yeah, true. Me, you slap me, I leave you. I heard someone saying things that you condone in a relationship will be things that you'll be experiencing in a marriage. So it's better to actually cancel a wedding than to divorce. Yes, so it's better to actually break off an engagement than to divorce, because if a person is comfortable hitting you in a relationship, then they'll be comfortable hitting you in a marriage as well. And there's nothing, because probably in our society growing up we're taught, say, if a man beats a woman, then it means they love the woman, but there is nothing of that sort. So hitting you or physically abusing you is not love. Okay, so now away from the emotional abuse and all, our topic of discussion is the high causes of divorce cases. As an individual, yes, what do you think are the main cause? What do you think is the main cause of high divorce cases in Zambia? The high cause of divorce cases in Zambia, probably it's
because obviously it's something that's happening in the Western societies. So, and Zambia trying to adapt the Western kind of living, I think that's leading to that. Because a long time ago, our mothers would be basically home, but now we're seeing that more women are working, and like that. I think that leads to problems as well. Then probably, I don't know, if this being a Christian television, I think I would say it's simply trying to tell us about things that are spoken about in the Bible, to say men will be lovers of themselves and all of that. So this is just simply telling us to say, probably welcome to the end. I don't know if you believe that.
I do. I'm just scared, like, if Jesus was to come today, would you be saved? That's a good question. Like, if Jesus was to come today, would you be saved, or maybe you would remain with other people?
So there are a lot of other causes, but I think for me, as a person, those are the main ones.
Oh, okay. Last remarks before I let you go?
For today, the obvious. Let's stop the stigma, and if you're being abused, let's report to not only the police, but also the professionals who would be able to give us the psychological support. And one thing we should know is that these things that we've talked about, these are things that will not happen immediately, but they might take time, probably 20 years. So you need to take care of your mental health. Immediately it happens, at least try to get psychological support.
Oh, okay, so can we, what you call people that deal with mental health?
Psychologists.
Psychologists. Psychiatrists.
Yes.
Yes, I was trying to say psychiatrist. So I was just having a conversation. Thank you so much for coming through. I was just having a conversation with Luyando Hammond, and he's a psychiatrist. Yes, people that deal with mental health. So we were just talking about how emotional abuse contributes to your mental sanity. So make sure if you're being abused, either in a relationship, in a marriage, family, and or friendship, make sure that you report that and get the help that you need, because if it gets to the worst, it won't be good. Unfortunately, I have to pack my bags and say my bye-byes. Just be safe. Okay, wear your mask, use alcohol hand-based sanitizer, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds, avoid crowded places. If you need to interact, keep a distance of at least 1 meter, even 2 if possible. Just make sure that you're safe. If you are safe, I am safe, and the rest of the people that we care and love will be safe as well. Thank you so much for joining me. From me, Precious Mzea, Sakaleji, Luyando Hamwendo, Isaac, and Elijah Chifita. Have a beautiful day and have a beautiful afternoon.